What up, what up, what up, Mac Kids and Maniacs? What's going on? It's your boy, Kev Mac, and I'm get ready for a new KM video live stream, y'all. First of the year, new year. We still got drama with the old cats, and I'm not talking about the guys we talked about last night, but it's time for us to grow up and get this thing right, man. Everybody's channels could be off the hook without us hating on each other, gossiping about each other, and talking behind each other's back. But what's up, though, y'all? Uh, for those that still subscribe to the Blue Channel, I put a little something out on Eddie Watts, the leader of Apple Hats, leader and co-founder of the Brims. Hope you guys got a chance to check that out. I think I'm gonna do more of that this year, right? Until we can get some real history interviews from real reputables, not just anybody's that don't know their history that make shit up. You feel me? Reputations ain't all screwed up. You feel me? See, that's where it get tricky. Everybody's record ain't clean, as they say, as they portray, as they want it to be, as they have selective amnesia when they got all them strikes on their record, right? But they want to revive themselves and relive their careers on the internet, right? Garrett Riddle, what up? Do Rock Crips, what's cracking? What's up, homeboy? Where Ace at? Yeah, I heard what happened to Tick, man. I was in the pen with Tick. Fitzgerald, what up, homeboy? Big Lee, my partner. OG Steve, what up, Southside? What's going on, man? Will said he just watched it and it was good. Appreciate it, man. Little something, something. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna probably be a lot of that this year. A lot of short videos of guys that really held some importance. And I'm not saying praise these guys or these guys walked in the shoes of in the sandals of Jesus or anything like that. But I am saying the phenomenon that took over LA, California, the rest of the nation, and other parts of the world, these are the guys that were influential and they can't be denied. You can't deny a person that really put it down and his gang expanded, right? And whether it was violent or nonviolent, the fact is they were somebody. They had some type of leadership or some type of influence to keep the gang going. Ain't nobody saying this is something to be happy and grateful for, but it is a part of history, right? The Jews don't stop sharing their history. They don't stop talking about the Holocaust, right? America they don't never give the Indians or the slaves a break, right? You steady got cowboy and Indian movies and TV shows where the white man's killing Indians, hanging blacks by trees, castrating us, right? Oh, I mean, what's wrong with a little bit of street history? You think Derek Carr going to New England? Oh man, I wouldn't really like that. You know what I'm saying? Derek Carr, as you know, was one of my favorite quarterbacks up until almost 2 years ago, right? Carr chokes in the clutch, man. Just like Harbaugh. I mean, just like Harbaugh. I just had to throw that in, right? Jim Harbaugh. But Jerry Allen, what up, homie? You know, I always forget what I was talking about, man. This goddamn Joe Biden stuff is killing me, man. But anyway, just got through playing dominoes, whooping on my nieces and nephews, and just got through playing spades. They ran a Boston on us first and gave that up real quick. Fitzgerald Godwin, what's up, homie? Fitz Jr. Jarrett ain't shit. The Raiders tripping. He was garbage at Auburn. Kev, do you think we'll see Undisputed at HW and WW this year in boxing? I don't know, man, because I don't follow it that closely, right? Told you Michigan would give up the cheeks. You're absolutely right, man. Selena's report tapped in, sending mine. Rogers and Brady's ain't going out without swinging. They definitely swinging, right? I'm shocked at my boy Aaron Rodgers. I'm very surprised at how he turned it up. I should have known though, because he was dealing with a lot of injuries on this squad. Uh, any Money Mike stories? Heard he was a beast in the IVC area. You got some good you got some really good information just based on you mentioned the IVC area. Yes, sir. Uh, I do got some Money Mike stories, man. I don't know if I should tell them because the homie resting in peace right now, right? Uh, man, I mean they're kind of wicked, homie. And I would never tell one of these stories if he was alive. So I don't know if I should tell it while he's gone, man. It was almost a very, very, very ugly situation. And there might not be no KMB live streams right now today. But that was a big homie. A lot of love and respect for him, man. He was a teacher and he was a line pusher, man. Uh, but I'll have to think about that, man. That won't be like one of the next upcoming videos, but I have to think about that, man. I might have some on Money Mike that I could share, man, and leave the homies' names out of it, right? It'd be better with the homies' names, but I don't think the homies would like to be involved in these stories, man. There may be an incident with the Legend Crips involving Money Mike that I may be able to speak on. Marty Mar, what's up, homeboy? What's going on with you, man? You haven't been checking us out lately, man. What's going on with you, man? Man, I just went down a rabbit hole about the Raiders with one of their fans. The Raider fans are delusional for certain. Without question, man. I hate that you just now figured that out, but would have been a nice win had the Raiders pulled it out. The problem is when the Raiders was up 10, you knew they was going to blow the lead for the fifth time this season. I mean, you've seen it too much. You see it every other week, basically, right? And the Patriots, I'm so mad at New England right now. You guys could have won 2 games. You let at least 2 games get away of recent. I'm not talking about early in the season. I'm talking about recently. That Raider game, and there was one other game that maybe 3 weeks ago. And man, if not for that dumb play where you give Jones the ball for an easy touchdown instead of going into overtime, we would be locked up in the playoffs right now. Instead, we're looking at teams like the Steelers and the Dolphins, and we might not get in, but we should get in. The Jaguars, Niner game. Oh, speaking of Niner game, Shaniqua, where you at? Where your hoe ass at? Where your tramp ass at? You biatch. Shaniqua's out here, right? She's in the town. Town business is in the town. Calls me, tells me she's in the town, tells me she wants to hook up. I'm like, I'm with that. I'm going to go see my family first, and I'm going to hit you up. I go see the family. I hit her up. I text like I always do. No response. So I call her. She don't answer the phone. What's going on, Shaniqua? Like, what's that all about? That's what we call a 52. That's a fake hoe. The hell you? Why you even let me know you was here? She said that we were gonna go live. I usually don't let other people dictate when KM Video live streams gets active, right? But I'm like, hell yeah, we gonna get Shaniqua on camera. We gonna get town business on camera. We gonna have her bend over and crack it over. We gonna get a gut check. Nigga, we gonna check the bra size, the panty size, nigga. We gonna see if the feet are done. You know I like feet. And we gonna see what size curlers fit her hair. Like, does she roll her hair with staples? Or does she roll her hair with them big curlers like Pretty Boy? She messed all that up. I'm sorry, y'all. She messed all that shit up. I'm sorry, y'all. I really wanted to show out for y'all tonight. I was even gonna have a drink just to turn up on the live. Oh, now here comes Big Devil. I mean, we just can't shake the 49er fans whatsoever. Like, they're gonna come up in here, period. I mean, y'all didn't beat nobody but the damn Raiders. Come on now. Cut that shit out. I told you that defense got holes in it. Didn't I tell you that? All them damn teams that y'all was talking about got all this good defense. Cowboys, 49, holes all over the defense. In fact, I was getting ready to go in on Baltimore, but boy didn't play, so can't go in on him. He gets a pass this week. Damn, Eagles got to be careful, though. The Cowboys trying to win the division. Gonna make me look stupid as hell. Our record don't say that. Oh, man, you one of them. Are you really one of them? Like, nigga, if I count all my teeth, nigga, that's like saying the dentist would tell you, nigga, my teeth don't say nothing wrong with my teeth, nigga. But I know something wrong with my teeth. You could probably see something wrong with my teeth. You don't go by that. So I'm supposed to just count my teeth and think my mouth is fine? Hell no, nigga. Just because y'all won some games don't mean your defense ain't got holes in it. Come on now. Oh my God, I can't believe this shit. You guys are something else. That was the Raiders, nigga. Backup quarterback, bottom of the draft. And y'all was sweating. Come on, man. Wait till the playoffs get here, man. Eagles are shaky ground, and I like them. It's all good. Yeah, they're on shaky ground, but come on, man. It ain't like Hurts play. Come on now. Cut it out. It's backup quarterback. If our pass rush is off their game, the DBs give up big play. Thank you, Devil. That's all I ever ask from a fan of any team on a professional level. As long as you keep it 100, nigga, I'm all in for that. I'm with you. You feel me? Go 49ers. But as long as the fans are delusional, like their team is so perfect and 4 wins is the greatest thing on earth, I ain't with all that shit. Lose. Go out there and get your ass kicked for all I care, right? Like, that would be like me saying, oh, well, the Patriots still look good because they're getting ready to make the playoff. No. Mac Jones don't look good. Offensive coordinator ain't calling good plays. They're not managing the clock well. Like, why would I sit here and pretend like, oh, because they're possibly playoff bound, that the record is so great, right? Rams suck. I heard that. What's up, Kev Mac, my bro? Big Ken. Who is that in your profile, man? I hope that's your wife. Oh, I just talked to my daughter. My daughter is hope. She says she's feeling good. She's better and hopes to be out the hospital soon. Her mother has been taking care of our grandchild. So grandchild is good. And hopefully he'll be with his mom soon. But yeah, I hope you guys all had a great New Year's Day, man. I mean, mine was pretty decent hanging out with the family. What's good, y'all? Okay, Kev, give us your Eagles versus Giants game to decide. Home field, Eagles beats the Giants, without question. Level Up Greedy, do you know they got gang your pictures on TikTok? No, but they got a gang of my pictures everywhere. I mean, I've unfortunately became the standard, and like whatever I put out, people just love to pick. I was even talking to my niece, and me and my niece don't never talk about no gang shit. My channel, none of that. And my niece told me today, like, everybody steal your shit everywhere. That's sad. That's pretty damn sad. But hey, what can I do about it, man? It's just sad. You know what I would like to do one day? I mean, I don't mean to promote violence or anything. I like to slap a dude upside his head so hard one day that steals my content. I would like to just be chilling with him. And a nigga say, hey, I'm such and such. I got this channel. Bop! Oh, I would love to do that, nigga. I'll pretend like my back don't hurt or none of that shit. Big Ken, what you say? What up with that red hat going on? NY, baby. What's up? Hey, man, look, I'm grown, man. I wear whatever color I want to wear, right? Like, I am so sorry. I'm sorry, man. I really apologize to those of you that got so wrapped up in gangbanging that you're so old now and you're so hard that you cannot put on the opposite color that your gang represented. I am so sorry for you, man. Like, that's got to be some type of mental disease, man. Some type of mental illness when we cannot put on a certain color, not because you don't want to put it on, not because you don't like it, but because you don't want to do it because that's the color that the rivals wear. Man, I apologize for that, man. So many brothers done got tricked so bad that they come home from prison and they cannot put on red. Like, hold up. Like, nigga, you had a red jumpsuit on when you was on the Grey Goose head at the prison, nigga. Did you tell them to give you some blues, nigga? What? Like, nigga, you was up there, if you older than us, you was up there in the penitentiary when the Northaniels had red rag. You didn't have a problem on the yard with them then. When you seen the UBN and the BL out taking flicks and exercising on the yard, like Rockhead said, Peabody was a machine. If you didn't have a problem with them dudes wearing their red rags when Papa T and them was taking flicks with 7, 8, 9, 10 red rags on them then, don't come at me and take it out on me, bro. I'm kidding too, Ken, but I'm actually telling the truth though, right? You feel me? In fact, I could change hats, nigga. If you want me to, I'll just put this hat on. I'm just saying, man, like, I'll change hats if you want me to. Y'all don't get tired of that LA Dodger hat? I get tired of that Dodger hat. And I don't like to wear the hood hat all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just get tired of banging the Superman all the time. Like, everywhere I go, it gotta be an S on my hat. I like to switch it up sometime, man. I mean, cause I could do like the South Sides too, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could switch it up, man. I'm like the Mad Hatter, homie. If that's what you want, like if that's gonna make you guys really appreciate the camera, you know what I'm saying? Any other hats around this joint? I mean, shit. We got the burgundy for the Pyrus, the red for the Damus, got the black for the Africans or the Santanas. Got the NH for all the neighborhoods, even the ones that be hating on my channel. Got the Michigan State Spartans, you know, another asset. Got the blue Santa Claus in the background, you know, for those of y'all that believe in Christmas. For those of y'all that believe in going out spending money with people that already got billions and millions, only to say you broke the day after Christmas. I mean, you know, we grew up celebrating Christmas, don't get me wrong. And our parents lied to us and told us Santa was coming down the chimney. When I got that fresh swing, when I was like 5 years old, I had that fresh red swing by the Christmas tree. Nigga, you couldn't tell me Santa Claus didn't exist. Nigga, I was mad I didn't catch Santa in the front room. Nigga, I wanted to pull that nigga beard and check his pockets. Nigga, like, nigga, you got anything other than candy canes in your pocket? Nigga? Like, let me turn them inside out. Let me get one of those. One of what, bro? One of what? All that shit's on what do you call that motherfucker? Damn, I gotta go get a box. Amazon. All that stuff's on Amazon, man. Or at Lids. You could go to Lids or you could look on Amazon, man. Big Kev Mac, the Mad Hatter of 2023. They act like Kev's still active or something. Right, for real, man. It's only right. It's only right. Oh man, I'm gonna have to get an A hat for Atlanta Dry. Let me take the L off one of them hats and shit, right? Or can I rock a D, the Dodger hat? Do y'all wear the D hat for the drive? Call KD or KB. Support kevmacvideos by hitting the like button. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. My nephew pulled out a ski mask like that on me the other day, right? Like he was cool as hell. I said, fool, you still black, man. Police gonna gun your ass down, nigga. I don't even wear hats no more. Man, you pimping, man. I mean, damn, nigga, you still wearing suits and ties, nigga. You still wearing pretty colors like yellow and peach and pink and burgundy and all that shit, man. Of course you ain't gonna wear no hat with that fly shit. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're gonna look like that old pimping player with the pink limousine on next Friday. 2023 goals for Kev's channel. 2023 goal is to get you motherfuckers that ain't never cash app me shit to start cash apping me shit like OG Bam from Front Hood say, nigga. You want to ask me a question, nigga? Send me a cash app. I'm low key joking, but I'm kind of for real. You know me by now, right? The sarcasm, the sarcastic, joking, but really saying some serious type shit. Yeah, that's me. That's me. So that's one of my goals for 2023, man. Like my cash app don't go off enough, like it used to, right? Sinful to Pete and died now. So I know some of y'all motherfuckers. I know some of you hoes. I know y'all got some extra money to cash app somebody now. You can spread that shit out evenly over 5 or 6 channels if you want to. But y'all was taking care of Sinful to Pete. I ain't stupid. I used to watch and tune in. I seen dude getting thousands in one live multiple times. Don't play me like a cheapskate, nigga. Or maybe I just need to get the sermon. I'm gonna have to go back and study Sinful to Pete's sermon. The way he made his pasture language into some pimp shit, I think really turned y'all on. Like he really made y'all wet. He made them lips twitch a little bit or something, man. But yeah. Let me see what my man say. We wear Detroit Tigers. Okay, a lot of people wear Detroit Tigers. But we've been pushing the Dodger hat too. See there. Good guess, right? Atlanta Braves at times too. I figured that. San Diego, really? I never knew that. That makes sense for South Atlantic. I never knew that. That's good shit, man. Okay, so next time I'm in Compton and I see that SD hat, nigga, you ain't from Six Deuce, nigga. You from South Atlantic Drive. I got you. Good looking out for that info, man. Hopefully some of you viewers just learned something new as well. And yeah, Ice-T told me, Ice-T broke the news to me that Gangsta Boo died, man. It's crazy how we get all our information off the internet, right? Ice was telling me he was reading it on the internet. And I talked to a few other people and they hadn't known yet. So it's crazy how fast that information can get out on social media as well, right? By the way, a partner of mine was telling me that Ice-T made a post today saying that he was cutting off a lot of people for 2023. A lot of people not going to have a friendship with him after 2022. And I'm like, damn, I just got off the phone with Ice. So I guess I made the cut. And Ice made a promise to me today, man. But, you know, when you're dealing with this industry shit and you're relying on somebody else to pick you up and give you a show, get you some money, and you don't have no control over whether or not you can convince them to get on TV or not, it may not come through. But yeah. Ice, good conversation. I kept it short though. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to disturb the pimp when he's out with the wife and kids for New Year's, right? What sinful the P died from? I have no idea, bro. I'm not educated on that. Crystal probably knows. Hey, Kev, we were Raider hats to represent Santana Block, my neighborhood. Oh, okay. I didn't know that, but if you go back and look, you can Google 1988 LA gang documentary, 89, and you'll see a lot of dudes, Crips and Bloods, sporting them Raider hats, man. That's when it was LA Raiders, right? Bo Jackson, Marcus Allen, right? Kev channel is like any other content we pay for. Support him with the bag. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. But in my humble opinion, man, y'all don't have to break no banks. Y'all don't have to try to impress nobody. Twos and fews is good. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of ones beat a bunch of nuns. So like I say, don't do nothing that's gonna hurt your pocket or keep you from paying a bill, right? But if it's a pack of cigarettes, nigga, you don't need them cigarettes, them high price ass cigarettes, a cancer stick. Just go on and shoot your boys up. Cause if I get Bam on you, Bam will press you niggas, man. Like some of you niggas got at me a long time ago, like, man, I sent Bam $50 because he was on my bumper. In fact, some of y'all was telling me niggas was getting it y'all from prison, pretending to be cartoon, and y'all sent them money. I'm like, damn, nigga, what I gotta do? Press you niggas to get some money out you, nigga? Like, you niggas scared of a nigga in prison in a whole nother state? Like, goddamn, what you think that nigga gonna break out, violate parole, and find your ass in another state? Nigga, you niggas is scary as hell, but you being here with the craziest comments, disrespecting, trolling. Man, you niggas need to get your life in order, man. Get your damn life in order, you scary motherfuckers. God damn you. And half you niggas, I ain't saying all of you, half you niggas be dissing LA niggas. You be dissing LA niggas either right out. I respect it if you do it right out. But some of you be undercutting and backdooring and low key saying things like where you hating, but you not just right out hating, right? And then you send a nigga in prison, something. Hey, good looking out, Tony. Appreciate that. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. Good looking out, Tony. But you let a nigga in prison scare you, nigga. You niggas might as well do like Charleston White. I mean, I don't condone snitching, but if you scared, nigga, you might as well call the warden and say your man got a cell phone and he threatening you and you in another state. If you don't send him $50. Nigga, I wish they had cell phones and cash out when I was in prison, nigga. And gang content. You only get enough for one fitted, you grabbing a fresh LA hat or a Seattle hat, kid. I'm grabbing LA all day, without question. Good question. My answer, I'm grabbing that LA all day, man. I mean, I just took my LA hat off because I wear it all the time. Like I wore my LA cap today. And the light ain't giving me no justice because this is actually a royal blue shirt I got on. So it actually go with my royal blue and gray Dodger cap. But I thought this red Ian hat, you know what I'm saying, for my niggas in the Bronx, uptown, downtown, all around, the D train, the 5, you know what I'm saying? Number one, my partner though, Chris. Kev said cancer sticks, that's old school. I mean, that's the only way I can describe that shit, man. Kev Mac, happy Gregorian New Year's, big homie. I don't know what the hell Gregorian mean, man. But thank you. And same to you. If that's good or bad, same to your ass, nigga. Kev Mac coordinator. I've always been bad at matching colors, homie. That's why I couldn't do New York style graffiti, nigga, because I didn't know what to match. All I know is like black and silver, black and white. I'd even go red and blue. I couldn't go no more colors than that, nigga. I had red with green and orange with purple or some shit, nigga. Wait. Yo, Kevin, that was the beef that caused between the 111 or what was the beef. I have to let them speak on it because actually I remember when and what it was about, but I don't remember the names. And I always, for some reason, forget which set was the aggressor, right? Oh shit! If Uncle Buck is kicking in, I'm expecting a lot of others to kick in. What's up, Uncle Buck? Thank you, bro. You starting a new year off right in more ways than one, my nigga. Good looking out. I got the navy blue Yankee murder row hat. That's what's up, homie. Easter deal. East the deal. Everyone isn't on the same calendar. Ethiopia, 7 years behind. Damn, is that right? I don't think the Dodgers ain't gonna be so great this year. We won't be as good as we was last year. And that's not saying a whole lot because we went out backwards in the playoffs. But I think we're going to be good. I think we're going to be competitive. It's really going to be a trip to see what San Diego does this year. Because I think San Diego, I think they really figured out what they need to beat us. Because they can't beat us. But they're going to give us hell this year. And the Giants just fell off. So we can X them out the equation. Colorado, X them out the equation. Sure, good looking out, man. I appreciate that Euro, man. Appreciate it. Kel Spider Low gave you a shout out. I heard on me. Shaniqua told me. You know, Shaniqua love the hell out of some East Coast Crips, right? She gonna tell me everything Nina Boy did that's positive and everything Spider Low does is positive. She hurried up and got at me. She was so excited. I said, "What did Spider Low say?" And she said, "I don't know." Well, why the hell you calling me, telling me he gave me a shout out, and you don't even know what the shout out was? Like, is this third or fourth hand information or what? She said, "No, I was watching." He said something about his friend named James. What James, nigga? I only know three James, nigga. King James, LeBron James, and Little James from 1180 East Coast. I don't even know James Brown or none of them Jameses, right? She look good looking out though. Let's see. Some Padre love. That's what's up, Big Kid. Man, you gotta respect. I mean, I've never been a Padre fan. Not even when Tony Gwynn and Gary Templeton and Ozzie Smith and Dave Winfield was there. They've always been the enemy to me, right? But I have to. I'm not speaking for Dodger fans, but I have to respect the current state of the San Diego Padres. They're making moves that they wouldn't make in the past. Payroll is crazy right now. And they're actually going after pitching and hitting, which I love. I used to tell Crazy Boy this in the comment section all the time, man, that the Yankees was doing what the Yankees is supposed to do when they got money. And now you see the Padres doing that. And they're not just paying anybody, they're paying the right pieces. I just kind of think that the Padres are sort of, don't get mad at me. Don't tell me I'm crazy. It's just my opinion. I just feel like the Padres are getting the second batch of free agents consistently. Like, I still feel like the Dodgers, the Phillies, some of the other teams are still getting top-notch free agents, right? The Mets, right? But I like the effort that the Padre owner is putting together and the team that he's putting out there on the field. Let me make this real simple. My philosophy is, as an owner or general manager or a coach, to put the best team possible on the field. Now we lose. But if we put our best, the best that we can get, the best that we have to offer out there on the field and hope they stay healthy, you can't ask for more than that. So yeah, I'm showing the Padres some love. Shout out to the San Diego Padres. Still Dodgers on mine. Kev, I took my wife to a nearby casino. Strike one. last night for drinks only. Okay, so get rid of that strike. And all I could think about was to stay away from those tables. Excellent job, bro. You passed the test. Excellent job. I got a question though. You said all you could do was think about staying away from the table. So my question is, did you actually stay away from the tables though? KevMacvideos, home of authentic, original West Coast history with reputables included. Thank you. There goes Shaniqua. I just woke up. I came home and fell off after we won. Wait a minute. See, that's a real hoe. See, a real hoe calls a hotel home. Like, no hoe. Never mind. Shaniqua, bring your ass on this live stream and let me know where you at. Let me get that live link. Man, I ain't fucking with you, Beach Balls. Stay. I said earlier, I don't let nobody else tell me how to run this channel, right? But I was going to let Shaniqua do it, man. Last time I checked, you don't look like Shaniqua. Bless up, Kev Mac. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well, bro. Kev Mac, what would be your dream project if you had an unlimited budget? Dream project just in general, or are you talking about with this channel? Because my dream project, nigga, I don't give a damn. Throw me a baseball or a football team. Unlimited budget, Warren Buffett money. Give me a baseball team or an NFL football team. My ass is so crazy. I would go get Terrell Owens and Chad Ochocinco and have them come off the bench. Like them is going to be my backup wide receivers. That's how crazy I am with putting a team together, right? Or we can look at it like, I just don't trust all these bums that's in the NFL right now, especially college. Have y'all peeked? Look, I'm going to tell y'all something. I have been watching these DBs and safeties in college all year, drop passes all year. I go to my niece's house, and my niece say, it's crazy how DBs are dropping all these interceptions this year. I'm like, wow, a female said that, right? Why, I promise to God, why did that same day the announcer on TV said the exact same damn thing? You know, anytime you got a white man, an analyst on TV calling a game, and he says some shit that a female sports fan said, and a gambling sports fan said, you know something is right about that. And so these are the guys that ends up in the NFL, man. The talent is kind of lacking right now, man, at a lot of different positions. I heard during that Raider game, I don't know who called the game, but during that Raider game, they mentioned that the quarterback pool from the last draft was not one of the best. Like it was one of the worst. And I'm like, damn. I was telling the Mackids and Maniacs that I really like this year's quarterbacks. I'm not saying it came out the draft. I'm talking about overall. And then they said the 49er quarterback, the rookie, was the last pick in the draft. I'm flabbergasted. Like how this fool is out there performing like he the shit. That's why defensive backs play on defense because I know that. I'm not blind to the fact that they're defensive backs because they can't play wide receiver. But I don't care at any level, even in like Pop Warner. If motherfucker is throwing you the ball, like right to you, you're supposed to catch the ball. You're not supposed to be letting the ball hit your chest and you know what I'm saying? And you tip the ball to yourself and then you go this way, the ball go that way. Like, what type of shit is that? Yeah, they're going to have a hard time getting in the NFL this year. That's for sure. Chris Collins is the worst. Actually, not being racist or anything like that. Actually, a lot of those white analysts are the worst. I mean, just keeping it real. And some of it is only because I've told y'all this philosophy before. It's like Fitzgerald, right? The one that does the KevMacvideos theme song. If he's in a concert, if I'm at a club with him or he's on stage at a concert and he's rapping or he's doing his, you know how he adds the singing into his rapping, right? I'm not gonna have nothing bad to say about him, right? And so when I mention his mom, I'm gonna have all good things to say about her, right? Because I know him and I met her, and she was very she welcomed me into her home. She cooks good food, nice woman, made me feel welcome out there in Alabama, right? So if I'm on TV, nigga, I ain't saying nothing bad about Fitzgerald or his mom. So it's the same with these dudes. These dudes grew up with some of these dudes' fathers. They play ball with the fathers, so they done met the wife and the kid that's on the field. Or when they travel and they have media day, they meet these kids, they talk to them. Sometimes they talk to the parents. They not finna get on TV and diss them. So they finna start upping some sorry motherfuckers, right? And then they may not have met this dude that they heard got in trouble for smoking weed, or this dude that stole some shoes out of Foot Locker. So they don't meet him. They only heard bad things. They not gonna have nothing good to say about him. So yeah, a lot of them are trash, man. A lot of them are trash. But then you start looking at the few black analysts that do games, right? Even like your boy Rocket Ishmael. You know, some of those guys, Woodson, you know, some of the ex high level players in pro football. And them dudes be spot on, man. Them dudes not only can tell you about the game, they damn near can tell you every team that's going to win, every player that's going to play good that day. I mean, they really have a mindset of a young, hungry football player still. Some of these white guys, the older guys like Chris Collinsworth, you know, they're kind of a little bit disconnected from today's players, right? I'm just saying, you know, no disrespect to the white guys, just keeping it real, man. Happy 2023, Bottom of Cali. Thank you, man. Denver Broncos. Which one? Y'all know I've been on Russell Wilson for a while, right? I kind of was hoping Russell did a little bit better in Denver, but man, Sierra ain't shit. Carl Wade, what up, what up, what up, what up? I thought Romo knew what he was talking about until I actually listened to him. Hey, man, any guy that changes his name to Romo, you know something's wrong with him, right? Like sometimes I wonder if the R in Romo he meant to put a H instead of a R, like Tony Homo. Sometimes I really wonder if that was the case. Ice T needs to be an analyst. All right. Uptown, downtown, and all around. Salute Kev Mac from the boogie down. That's what I'm talking about. Breeze Brim 5'9". All right, all right, all right. Kev, how do you think you deal on the panel with Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless, and Stephen A. Smith? Well, check this out. Me and Stephen A. Smith wouldn't get along. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Shannon Sharp, I like him, but he showed me how soft he is. So I'd be in his ass like nigga. Shannon, like nigga, you better not say nothing, nigga. And you better put your glasses back on. Skip Bayless, I would, you know what? I could deal with Skip Bayless because I know how, you know, white guys are. So I would be in my place, so to speak, and I'd be waiting for him to say something racist. I would fire on Skip Bayless first chance I get, man. First time he give me the chance to think he said something wrong, I would fire on that fool. I'll jump across that table like Shannon Sharp wish he would have, and I'll fire on that fool. I'll start gangbanging on that fool, right? But me and Stephen A. Smith, we just wouldn't get on. I've never been a Stephen A. Smith fan. I even tried. I tried, I couldn't listen to him. He talked too much. He's the type of nigga, no disrespect to the brothers. He's the type of nigga in the penitentiary, nigga, the Southsiders would be on his ass. Like he would keep us in a racial riot. Cause this nigga don't never shut his mouth. He would be talking after count like Rockhead said he was doing, like Q said he was doing when they first got to the pen. Stephen A. Smith would keep y'all fighting them Southside. Cause he don't know when to shut his mouth. He don't know when to be quiet. He talked too damn much. And my biggest problem with Stephen A. Smith, nigga, when you wrong and you know you wrong, just go here and admit you wrong, man. You got millions of people watching. That fool gonna stick with the bullshit no matter what. Like, never let him see you sweat type shit. And his hairline is fucked up. Like, I would have to give Cuz one of my hats every day. Like, nigga, I'd come in the studio with 2 hats, nigga. I got the LA cap on, nigga. Which one you want? You want the Crenshaw or you want the Seattle Mariner hat? Because, nigga, that forehead, nigga, that shit ain't cool right there. I'd be coming up in there with some car wax, nigga, and a towel to shine that nigga forehead up. Jerry Jones is my friend. Oh, shit. T.O. was one of the best hands down. Now, you know, I'm a T.O. critic in his early days in the NFL and his first few games with the Cowboys. I'm a T.O. critic. But when it comes to longevity, when it comes to confidence, I got to give T.O. his props, man. And that's why I say I would have T.O. as a backup on my team. He for sure is better than some of them young dudes that's out there today. This fool say he got a 6 head. Head so big, he got a 6 head. Yo, Kev, the Raiders should fire Coach Josh McDowell. He made some terrible coaching decisions for the Raiders this year. That's why we suck. Okay. I can go with that, but there's a lot of coaches and offensive coordinators on the collegiate and professional level that I just don't understand the play calling. I really don't. T.O. is one of the greatest athletes ever. Boy, y'all pumping T.O. up, man. Somebody better grab T.O. in the NFL. You think T.O. really gonna make a comeback? Well, no, I don't think so because I don't think nobody's gonna give him a chance. I don't think nobody want to deal with that dude's attitude, his his reach for stardom and fame, always trying to be in front of somebody's camera. I don't think so. But again, I would. I damn sure would until he show me he can't catch or he can't show up or he's a distraction. I would take that chance as a backup. Now, if he's good enough to make it to the starting lineup, then fine. But I think him and Chad Ochocinco still, I think they could still go play probably 2 years, right? But never mind me. I'm not a coach. I'm not an owner. I'm not a GM. Like, I don't have a position with the NFL. So my opinion is really just my opinion. All right, Richard, take it easy, man. Take it easy, Richard. Stephen A. Smith is a hater. You know what I said about Jalen Rose, right? I thought Jalen Rose was probably going to be the greatest basketball analyst ever. And, you know, Mark Jackson is awesome, though. Jalen Rose used to be so on point. But when I heard Cuz dissing Kobe and hating on Kobe and hating on the Lakers, I backed up from Cuz. And I don't really see the greatness in him as I once did. And it's probably because I took it personal. I'm biased for Kobe and the Lakers. I didn't see no reason for Jalen to come out and express his hatred for us, though. But Mark Jackson, man, awesome. I can't understand why Mark Jackson is not the coach of a basketball team in the NBA. How do you not have Mark Jackson coach the Dallas Mavericks, LA Lakers, right? I don't see it. I really don't, man. He was a big part of that, of putting together that Golden State Warrior team, man. And I'm telling you, he's a great analyst. He teaches the game. When the boy, the brother, what's the brother's name? Not black brother, the white guy who has a brother too. Van Gundy. Van Gundy is so damn crazy. I wonder what type of drugs Van Gundy take. Like, I like to see his drug test. Like, nigga, do you take drugs? What kind of drugs do you take? Because you be saying some outlandish shit. Another guy that's wrong and can't admit he's wrong. His religious beliefs. Kim Mac, who's your all-time? Man, we've been through this. I don't remember, man. I gotta go position by position, man. But I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people sleep on Oscar Robertson. Jalen Rose with that BS Colgate smile, not sure about his analyst skills. I'm telling you, man, at first I thought he was great. I think a lot of times my love and respect for an analyst, and the reason why it's usually a black guy, because these guys be so honest. Like, they don't give you the impression that they being paid to say this bullshit. I mean, maybe Charles Barkley, but it seems like he's not part of the fix, this mythical fix that we all think is a collusion between the NBA and sports betting. Like, this dude used to tell you who was going to win games, who was going to play big. I mean, that's the type of guy I'm looking for. I'm looking for a guy that's going to keep it honest and let you know who the real good player. Like, this is what I'm trying to say to y'all. ESPN is fake. ESPN will bullshit your ass. Like, ESPN is like Fox News to Republicans and CNN to hardcore Democrats. What I mean by that is they will feed you some bullshit and you fall for it and you believe that shit. You run out and repeat that shit. You get in arguments over that shit because you really believe that shit in your heart and your mind because of what the media put in your head. So I like a guy that can be truthful and actually know what the hell he's talking about, right? I like players like that. I'm sorry if you don't like him. I mean, shit. Nigga, if he got a Colgate smile, what kind of smile I got, nigga? Like, my shit ain't no Colgate. My shit is like the little toothpaste that the county jail give your ass, nigga. Remember when the county jail used to give you powder toothpaste? Who remember that shit? Damn, Sir Uncle Buck is showing up like a mug, man. Thank you for the Christmas gift. Mac Kids and Maniacs. I appreciate you, Mac Kids and Maniacs, that let Sir Uncle Buck give me a gift on y'all behalf. I feel you on that, but you have to know bullshit when you hear it. No, people don't know bullshit when you hear it, though. People really don't know bullshit when they come on, man. You talking to a guy that somebody said I was laughing at Nipsey Hussle, nigga, and not only do weirdos that I don't know believe this shit, but my own homies in the hood that's supposed to be older homies, OG homies, politicians, niggas that have done a lot of time in prison, and they don't know the bullshit. Like, nigga, you my homie. You can't call me and ask me what's that about, what's going on. You can't call the other 14 homies that was out there in the parking lot when that shit transpired. You don't have enough sense to look and see that the homies that was there and the other homies that know me ain't tripping. You don't have that kind of sense, or you got that much hatred for me that you just want to feel that way. Nah, they're being tricked because they're watching the bullshit on YouTube or TV or wherever else. I mean, I could go on and on about some other things as well, right? Like something I said on Hip Hop Uncovered. I might as well share it with y'all, right? Just so people know, right? Or I could just let it rest and I could let it stay hidden. Never mind. Don't wake up a sleeping giant, right? I'm going to just let that rest. You need to call my phone, Kev. I don't know you. Why I'm going to call your phone? I don't even have your number. So propaganda is an MF, man. Yeah. ESPN is especially fake with boxing. They're P4, P list, or both. See, that's what I'm saying, man. That whole ESPN is a trick bag, my nigga, for real. That was so messed up and wrong. What's that, Crystal? Big Kev, he's a Wolverine. So what did you expect? I like that, bro. He's also a Chicago Bear whose coach used to be in his ass, Mike Dicker. Remember that? So it ain't, and that's what I try to tell people. Like, the shit don't just start when you got a coaching job, right? And that falls back on people that's hiring these coaches. You seen this dude choking, playing bad, being a buster during his career. Did you somehow think when he took the pads off that he was going to know the game better or be better at his job description? Absolutely not. You think Vegas and ESPN and cahoots? Well, let me say this. Do I really think that? Probably not. Does it look like that? Absolutely yes. Can I point to 10 or 20 times? Yes. Can I point to 100 times it looked like that? Yes, I can. Definitely seem like there's something going on, but the mental illness that I have as a gambler, the being a sports fanatic, like a serious sports fan, and you see strange things happen, it does feel like that. It does. It really does, man. Beach Bars, good looking out. Love y'all and make this year yours. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. If I have time, I'll let you come on in a little while. ESPN doesn't even try to be credible when it comes about. I don't think they try to be credible at anything they do. I'm just being honest. You know, ESPN is a click off ABC, right? I mean, they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. And let me tell y'all something. That bogus laughing video, okay, thank you. You know what's a trip though? I gotta remember what we was talking about, man. I might have to rewind this live and see what I said a minute ago. I let go of ESPN show a few years back. If it ain't a game on, I'm not. Oh yeah. I stopped way long ago. But unfortunately, college football days, there's a lot of games on ESPN. So if I turn the game on a little early, I'm gonna end up watching ESPN. It's one guy I love besides Desmond Howard, because I said Rocket Ishmael. So I like Rocket Ishmael. I like Desmond Howard, but the coach, you know, the old coach that be changing all the hats when he pulling for the college teams. I like that dude, man. I like him. I hate that he's old because he ain't gonna be around too much longer. Nigga should have died yesterday, but he's still around. I like him. So I don't mind. I don't mind watching them before the football games on Saturdays. But yeah, I'm sorry. It's not just ESPN. It's all the channels, man. They horrible, dog. They horrible. Oh, now I remember what I was gonna say. So this is what I learned years ago. Now I don't remember it like my ABCs or my 1, 2, 3s, right? See, I'm not as dumb as Slick from Campanella. I know my ABCs, right? But I had learned this many years ago that you have a producer of a show. And I'm gonna use this as an example. Say me and Fitzgerald, we're doing a show for you guys on sports. Well, the producer, he may want some controversy. He may want to get views. He may want people to tune in and watch the show. So he'll say, all right, Mac, tell me why Michigan is going to win. Fitzgerald, I want you to tell me why Ohio State's going to win. So now he got me and Fitzgerald disagreeing off the top. So one of us ain't even being serious if we both really believed the same thing going into the show. Because it's about the show. It's not about your credibility. It's not about you being right. It's not about your knowledge of the game. Right? So the producers will help put that trick bag out there for you. Now, back to the question. Do I really think ESPN and sports gambling or Las Vegas is in cahoots? Well, that is one of the key things that make you think they are in cahoots. Because why are they having these shows that will trick you and give you false information? On top of it, like I think that was the Raider game today, where dude catches a pass. He catches the pass and the ball is clearly on the ground. The ball clearly was not controlled and the ball is on the ground. Now I'm pulling for the Raiders to win this game, or at least make it as exciting as possible. So I'm not hating on the Raiders. I want him to catch the ball, but he clearly did not catch that ball. Eventually, the announcer said the ball is on the ground. My nieces, they laughed and tripped because they said, damn, you said the ball was on the ground. The ball was on the ground. So y'all put reviews in. Y'all review the review longer than you're supposed to and still get the call wrong. Why do I not think Las Vegas is in on this shit, man? Like, who the hell are y'all talking to? Why we can't hear your conversation? Y'all mic up everybody else. Why you don't mic up the official when he's doing a review? Why y'all don't show us who he's talking to in New York or wherever when he put the earphones on and shit so we can hear what's being said? So to me, like I'm not a big on conspiracy, but to me, it's a big conspiracy right here. Again, with my mental illness and my love for the game, I'm going to feel like that. But I may not be right. It may not be no cahoots at all. It might not be no cheating at all. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Lamar, please come back. Yeah, Lamar needs to hurry up and come back and choke like he always do. I think so. It's all a money play. It damn sure seem like it, bro. kevmacvideos. NFL is rigged. The Steelers will win the Super Bowl. Remember that year they rigged the coin toss? And let's be honest. This is why I can't say for sure that it's rigged as a together. Remember the NBA referee that told on everybody, right? He's fixing games. Now, he may not have told us who he was actually fixing his games for besides himself. How do we know the NBA, Vegas didn't know which way he was going to rig the game? You feel me? Oh man, McIntosh on Georgia, straight beast, right? Look up McIntosh, this chick on I think Instagram. Ooh, she fine as hell, boy. McIntoshes is popping, ain't they? Sports talk with kevmacvideos. We ain't gotta talk sports. The beach boss, you a hater. Stop the cap. KP Video News, y'all. It's KP Video News, y'all. Love when Mike Tomlin tripped that player on the opposing team. That was funny, right? Fitzgerald, I'm going for TCU. Kev, you have a relative plan for Georgia. Hey, man, check this out, man. Georgia is the shit. Georgia is the real deal. Them Georgians ain't no joke. But I will say this, two-headed snake. I will say this. TCU was on fire, man. TCU was so damn hot. They keep winning games that people think they're going to lose. And they actually, from my point of view, are getting better. They're getting better and better. Like if this team was to stay together next year, guaranteed they win the championship. I kind of like what TCU is doing, man. I kind of like the coaching with TCU right now. It's going to be a hell of a game, man. It's probably going to go back and forth. But I don't think TCU will get walked on. TCU actually has a great chance for upset, in my opinion. TCU is balling. McIntosh, straight beast, man. He's a beast. McIntosh, straight beasting, boy. That dude's going to find a way to get in the end zone no matter who they play. But TCU, not one of the strongest defenses, have come together and been playing defense like a mug for like 6 games. So you can't count TCU out of the championship at all, man. I'm telling you. So all I'm going to say is both teams are good. I'm more surprised at TCU. And I actually think TCU gets up for their competition. Whereas Georgia does too, but I don't think Georgia. I think Georgia's going to take TCU a little too lightly, though. They're going to have to rely on McIntosh a lot. Over under 100, they're not going to get 100, but they're going to get close. They're going to get close, though. Who going number 1 in the draft? I don't know. The way the damn Raiders are playing, shit, they might need a quarterback first pick in the draft, right? Raiders ain't getting the first pick, though. Right? The way they play, they should get the first pick. Frank White, what's up? TCU has one of the best wide receivers in the country, and he'll be a top draft pick. Man, I'm going to tell you this, man. TCU's quarterback, underrated, man. What do I tell you guys about these white quarterbacks that can run? We finna see a white quarterback run in this championship. Better not get hurt, or your team's going to lose, but Kev Mac, when the 90s broke away from Hoover, were they immediately embarrassed or embraced by the NHs? I mean, we already had love for 9-0 anyway, but that strengthened the love, and they didn't turn neighborhood right away. They stayed independent for a minute. They went West Coast. And they were Rollins. They were rolling O's. Then they went neighborhood. kevmacvideos. I'm trying to tell you, man. Both quarterbacks in the national championship game. Absolutely, bro. Come on, man. Y'all can't say I ain't been saying this shit for a couple years, man. Y'all think I'm playing, man. Look at McCaffrey, though. I know he's not a quarterback. Look at the boy for the Saints. The Saints that they have play quarterback sometimes. Something about a white guy, man, that I don't know, white guys are just stronger, more elusive, or is it us blacks that, we always, growing up in the hood, we look down on white players. Like, if a white boy shook you on the basketball court, you was lame. If a white boy got you on the football field, you was a lame duck, right? Not so much in baseball. Like, we can deal with that in baseball, especially if you're a pitcher. White boys got game in baseball as youth. So I be wondering, like, I never played on a professional level in football. I just be wondering, like, are they taking McCaffrey lightly? Or the boy on the Saints, Taysom Hill, lightly? Because let's be honest, I don't know if Devil's still in here or not, but let's be honest. McCaffrey runs up the middle when he should get no yards, and this fool comes out the other end of the pile for 12, 13, 14 yards. And he does this consistently. It's not a fluke. Hill does the same thing, but not as elusive, not as many yards. And then you see somebody like Zeke the Freak that we think is so great, like he's the next coming of Emmitt Smith. This fool go up the middle and get a -2 yards, a -3 yards. They get excited when he gets 80 yards for the day, right? Just something to think about. Things that make you go, Kev Mac, Happy New Year. Thanks for a bomb-ass 2022. Thank you for the comment. Appreciate you. It will come down to the run game in the championship. Well, if it comes down to the run game, Georgia has the advantage. Taysom Hill won't work as an every down quarterback. McCaffrey, the truth though, remind me of Lawrence Taylor. Damn it, what's the nigga name? The running back, Damian Tomlinson. You see Najee Harris ball out tonight? Actually, I didn't, but I was a Najee Harris fan in college. Lamar Jackson, only athletic white. Oh, okay. Shit. One and what? 1-3, 1-4 in his playoff career. All right. Shit. If that's what you like, that's cool. I don't think Hill was a true quarterback. He's more of a no. Don't get me wrong. I was not trying to say McCaffrey or Hill to be a quarterback. I was talking about how they run into a crowd of linemen and actually come out that crowd on the other end with positive yards. When we see some good black running backs do that and they get a -2 or they get stuffed, they can't get a fourth down. McCaffrey's good money. You could give him the ball damn near on any important play. And he's elusive, man. Come on, man. We can't deny that, man. I'm not saying that these two dudes should be or are quarterbacks. I'm saying they're elusive and I'm asking why. Is it because we underestimate white guys running? Is that what it is? Or are these guys just more stronger or more elusive than a lot of the black players that we see? That was a question. Because McCaffrey's a beast, homie. Just like the boy for the Rams. He's a beast, man. He's one of the best I've seen, man. Cooper Kupp, he's one of the best, dog. With hands, he got hand skill. His routes, he don't look fast, but he gets open. He runs his routes excellent, man. Matter of fact, I did say he would win MVP of the Super Bowl, right, y'all? Yes. TCU and UT going to keep up the real game all the way. You from Texas, I expect you to say that. Patriots had a few of those running backs, Scale. Man, the Patriots used to have an all-white organization, right? People underestimate how many black players the Patriots been playing with the last 5, 6, 7 years. CMC is the truth. Absolutely, my brother. Absolutely. And I ain't no 49er fan, man. I don't know, man. We losing viewers talking about sports, man. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I know ladies don't like sports. That's why they're not in the comments. All them pretty girls that be up in here, they not in here right now. They not up in here. What's Beach Boss and Fitzgerald talking about, man? Clearwater is my favorite beach. And that's on you, brother. Beach Boss, I'm from Alabama. Think all white people race. Oh, shit, that's funny, dog. Where the ladies at? They not up in here, that's for sure. Just Crystal. Kev, to your best knowledge and friend, all the info you gathered over the years, plus your interviews, what year did the Brim actually start? Great question. I'm hesitant to answer that. Um, I've always been told 68, 69. I've read a lot of I read a lot of stuff on the internet that said they were around way before Tookie's West Side and Raymond Washington's East Side. Uh, but I got to go with 1972. And on top of saying 1972, I'd have to stipulate the same thing me and Alonzo talked about on here not too long ago. People interpret history differently. Like in talking to Elgin, we learned about the white hats, the apple hats, the Tangeраys. These are the games that preceded the Brims. Wasn't no Brims in 68, wasn't no Brims in 69, right? Some of them dudes, you got to look at their age, man. You got to look at the age. The Brims, most of the Brims are under Raymond and Tookie's age. But some of the Brims are older than Raymond and Tookie. So it makes sense that they would precede the Crips. But the thing is, they weren't Brims yet. They were apple hats and white hats and Tangeраys. So based on the way that I perceive history, the transition to Brims doesn't come until 1972. Of course, you're going to get some Brims that's going to disagree. So the Crips came before the Brim name. I think so. Yeah. I mean, Elgin, man, Elgin put that out there, right? Elgin said 1972. Elgin said he was the leader of the Brim. Elgin said Eddie Watts gave him the leadership when he joined the Marine Corps. The man didn't go to the Marine Corps in 68 or 69. The man was in high school. The man was in Washington High School. You feel me? I don't know, Austin Taylor. It's because people perceive history differently. That's why, I believe. The Brim name don't really start showing up. The Brim name don't show up in newspapers and all these shootings and stuff until 72. So if the Brims were fighting the Crips in 1970, the Brims were around in 68 and 69, started fighting the Crips in 70, you would think their name would be in newspapers with the Crips. Instead, it's not until 1972 as far as my research. That was the question. My research. 1972. They're fighting with the Crips and Manual Arts. They're fighting with the Crips throughout the West Side, right? So I'm just saying. What up now? About how about the Niners? How about them? Sorry, Mom. What are the most common Crips names? Like Pookie said, shit, probably Monster, Whack, Devil, uh, something with a rock in it. Mm-hmm. Apparently, we can't find out who the very first blood set was because everybody has difference of opinions. Even Alex Alonso, the great college course historian, well read in textbooks and LA history, even he says we'll never know who put the blood in it, right? I think we do know, but either the person's dead, somebody alive knows. I don't think people really gave a damn at the time. I think the OGs should tell their perspective like T. Rogers passed away with all that history. I mean, I got some things. I got conversations with T. Rogers, bro. I got philosophies. I got facts. Then I'm not gonna put out on the internet because I didn't put it out when he was living. But face to face, I give it all to you, Fitzgerald. I give it all to you, bro. But it's a reason why a lot of people don't do interviews with me and this man. So it's for good reason. But he said he would do it for $1 million. Mommy, what? Good Christ. You know, Bird called me today. I called him back, but he didn't answer the phone. So I left a voicemail. It says he left me a voicemail. Well, again, man, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna get off into all these specifics, but 1 million ain't just a serious payday. Like I ain't never even had 1 million at one time. So how could I give away something I ain't even got? Mac, you missed my super chat. I did. Sorry, man. Let me see. Okay, I see it. Kev, do you think Mike Trout's upbringing kept him from being the face of? You know what? I would like to say that's a good question, but I can't say that, Kenneth, because I have no idea about his upbringing. Enlighten me on his upbringing. You got me on that one, bro. Like that's too good of a question. I can't even answer because I don't know his background. I do know Mike Trout plays like a brother. I do know Mike Trout plays hard like I want my players to play. He's like the Ronnie Lott of football and baseball. Oh, see? You see what I just said? But I didn't know his upbringing was around brother. He definitely plays like a brother and acts like a brother. But he gets hurt. He gets hurt too much, right? Kev, do you remember the dog? I don't remember him, but I knew of him. I've heard of him, but it was never. I never lived to say, "Oh shit, I'm in Dalton Gangster Brim Hood," or you know what I'm saying. I can't say I ever seen them hit up on a wall or nothing like that. But my partner L, y'all know L's brother is older dude. I don't remember what year Herman was born, but he had an older brother. They used to like to try to embrace me and give me history, but unfortunately, us brothers, we kind of don't really give people on drugs the time of day sometimes, and we kind of don't trust their information. We think their information is skewed or just off. So I would never really engage and take his history serious. But he used to always tell me about the Dalton Brams and Bloods and all, over Orchard Brams and the Dalton Bloods. Um, he knew a lot about him. Again, I don't remember what year Herman was born, but he knew about him. He used to tell me about him. But I never witnessed it on my own. Though. I don't have any friends that I know of that ever won the lottery. I mean, offhand, I don't. You know what? This smoker, this smoker in the neighborhood lived behind me. He lived one block over. His father won the lottery, but his father wasn't my friend. Happy New Year, Danny. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Ayatollah Mall started all blood sets. All right, all right, all right. Again, man, this goes back to how you perceive history. Did you get around town enough to know what was on in South LA, downtown LA, East LA, Compton, Watts, Long Beach, Inglewood, Gardena, Hawthorne, West Covina, DeWarty, El Monte, Pomona, the Avenues? Like, did you get around enough to be able to know that your set was first and you were the original? That's the question. At least Elgin gives you some type of history of how they got tight with Pyru, how they got tight with the bounty hunter. So at least you have some idea of how these gangs came together. Because if you start reading what the white people wrote, you'll start believing there was this one big meeting where all the anti-Crip gangs came to and formed the Bloods. We have never met one single blood, one Pyru, one Brim, one Inglewood family, one nothing that remembers this big old meeting with all the anti-Crip gangs. And that's what I always say. That's what really got me started on this history, is because white people write our history, and we don't have no idea if they're doing this intentionally or unintentionally. But as a journalist, when you have a half-assed story and there's a part missing, there's something missing in that story, they always fill in the missing link for us. Like, they didn't even grow up in the hood. They don't know what was going on in the hood, but they will add their little fictitious part in there to make the story sound believable or real. In their mind, it may be real, or again, intentionally misleading us. Like, why do they always throw in Raymond Washington was uneducated? Like, you know how many gang members went to school? You remember what Mumpy said? Mumpy went to school. He was a straight A student. His mama wanted him to do good in school. Like, we all ain't dumb. We all ain't stupid. We all ain't ignorant. We all ain't uneducated. We just chose to do something different in life. That don't mean we couldn't spell. We couldn't do multiplication, division, algebra. You know what I'm saying? Geometry, trigonometry. That don't mean none of that shit. Motherfuckers that they calling uneducated is speaking 2, 3 languages: Swahili, Spanish, and English. You feel me? Like, we ain't as dumb as they make us seem to be. So when you start researching Raymond Washington, they're gonna tell you that Crips was misspelled from the movie The Crips, Tales of the Crips, which wasn't even out in 1969 because Raymond couldn't spell. Raymond wrote letters to his mama, his nephew, and his brothers. Whether or not he misspelled some shit, I don't know, but the letters are still around. His mother and his nephew still got the letters. I'm sure other people probably got some letters too. So we could just look at his letters because they know his penmanship. They know that these letters are authentically from their family member, Raymond Washington. But that's what they want to think, like how they tell us we all came from broken homes. I got homies that had a mama and a daddy in the home, right? They say we all did drugs. I didn't do drugs as a kid. I sniffed paint a couple times. I sniffed kryptonite. But not as a regular thing. Just a couple times in my lifetime. Why they don't ever call the Italians uneducated? I don't know why they don't do that. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. They give others a pass because of their skin tone, the skin color. Anything to keep the black man down. They also keep the brown down, but for some reason, some way, somehow, I guess because the complexions are so similar, that they continue to get along. But As a black man, and y'all know I'm not lying. If you think I'm lying, just say I'm lying in the comment section. But as a black man that have spoken to white people in jail, in prison, in the workplace, a lot of them, they don't like brown people. They don't like Mexicans. They hate Mexicans. They want them to go across the border. They think they the lowest scum of the earth. They hate the hell out of them. They think they are, like Donald Trump said, they are criminals and crime. They kill people. They bring drugs over here. A lot of white people think like that. But for some reason, them and the Mexicans click up better than black and white and better than black and brown. Ain't that crazy? When I grew up, we was all the same. I'm saying in South LA, black and brown wasn't no different. I mean, you had some blacks that thought they was better than Mexicans. But I'm saying, as far as the white people, they treated us the same. Remember, and I say this all the time, you go look at them old signs in the 50s and 60s. No blacks, no browns, no dogs. Now, dogs are allowed everywhere. You could bring a dog in a casino. You could bring a dog down there anywhere a human being can go now. They value, some of them, value a dog's life more than a black or brown person's life. There's some bad hombres. Donald Trump is crazy. White people got smart. I don't know, man. White people been smart, man. From the beginning of time, white people been robbing every other race and religion and making their facts be the facts, right? And white people been smart, man. White people ain't just got smart. White people been smart, man. White people didn't take arrows to fight Indians. They took guns. White people didn't ask for this land. They took this land. White people made slaves work for them, robbed them of their language, robbed them of their education. What? White people are smart savages. What are you talking about? I think we failed to remember that teenage kids started these gangs and didn't think about documenting this. Absolutely. That's absolutely a fact. But still, if a brother can tell you who started the Crip Walk, if a brother can talk about some Crip Constitution, right? Why a brother can't remember in more recent times when blood got added to it, right? How come nobody remembers who decided to put the B in Inglewood? Who decided to take the G out of Denver Lane and put a B in it? Right? Somebody's still around. Somebody got to know. You would think. Because put it like this too, Fitzgerald, because what you said is valid. It's a good point. But let's just think. We started a gang. Okay, like hypothetically, right? I'm going to just use a false narrative. It's false in my mind. The Brim started in 68 or 69. Okay, now they Brims up until 73, 74, according to one of the original Brims. And they add the blood to it, right? In 73 or 74. Well, they know everything else. They know what happened in 68 and 69 and 70 and 71. And when Little Country got killed. And why they don't know about 74 or 75 or 78, whenever it really happened. Somebody got to know they hiding it, or because they haven't read it in a white newspaper print. I bet you if some white reporter had been writing that shit, it would be being repeated. Like I done already disproved that error in the newspaper at the Robert Ballou murder, right? We done already disproved that, but you still got Bloods, Crips, Pyrus, Brims, not to separate anybody, but still saying that same bullshit that was printed in the newspaper and other things that I done already disproved on the Blue Channel. That's because, once again, media propaganda, when I talked about Fox and CNN and all that, MSNBC, the media period, it's newspapers are still media. And the newspapers have written our history. I just talked about this over and over and over. They've been giving us our own history. How some white man that didn't grow up in South Los Angeles, didn't hang in South Los Angeles, going to tell you history of your people, of your community? We fall for this shit every time. I don't fall for that shit. Yeah, I seen somebody write that last night, man. Prayers for Madbone from A-Tray Gangs. Van Ness or Brims, when did they become Bloods? Kev, could the Brims have started in 68 but caught fire in 72? No, I don't think so. Is it possible? Yeah, but through my research, no. I just think people are calling Apple Hats and Tangeray and White Hats Brims because they became Brims. You know something else? This would be a good topic for somebody. I wouldn't want to do it because I'm gonna get slandered for being a Crip saying the things, but a good topic, a good interview, Alonzo, Skip, a good interview would be, how were the Hoover family's 20s? How are the Hoover family's NHBs? How did they come together to where you got Hoover families that say they 20s? I understand they in the 20s. I get that. And the close affiliation, I get that. But then the Brims, Elgin says that, I forgot who he said it was. Was it Big Country? Nah. Somebody brought the Hoover family to him and they joined up. Well, what Elgin said, I know what y'all say about Elgin, but I think you guys are just goofy and giving him a hard time. Newspapers support and LAPD support the opinion that Hoover family was a branch of the Brims. Hoover family and Brims were allied. They were tight. They come from the Brims when they joined up, at least. But they say they was a branch off of the Brims, meaning like, okay, somebody from Brim started Hoover family. So that would be a good topic. I think that would be great history for all of us to find out who did the Hoover family really come from, right? Oh, Joe Blow. Thank you, Austin Taylor. Joe Blow brought the Hoover family in, and Big Country brought the Jungle Stone, the Blackstones in. Thank you for that, bro. I appreciate you. Yeah, LA had some black newspapers, absolutely. And it wasn't the Centennial, it was the Sentinel. Centennial is the high school. The Sentinel, the Wave. I remember those newspapers. Y'all crazy as hell, man. LA, yeah, definitely. What made the Hoover start wearing orange? I mean, you have to ask a Hoover, but the way it appears to me is the SF Giants hat. 7-4 is orange and black, right? Uh, the H for Houston Astros is orange, right? You would have to think the orange comes from coordinated with the Houston Astros hat and the San Francisco Giants hat. That would be my guess. How can a Grape Street and neighborhood get peace? Grape streets and neighborhoods don't really have no beef like that. We're natural enemies, natural rivals, but man, the Grapes been coming to 60 Hood forever. The 90s, the 111s, all the neighborhoods in the hood. The Grapes come through. Grapes be at our hood days. Not a whole bunch of them, not the youngsters, but the older ones, man. The Grapes that was getting money, the Grapes to gamble. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no issue. A lot of that stuff is old beast, man. We so far now from different generations that a lot of those beasts, they pretty much obsolete nowadays. What's up, Kev Mac? Are you easing off the story times and get more in the? No, I'm gonna still do stories on this channel. I just kind of want to get the blue channel back going and you know try to make some noise over there a little bit. But I'm gonna still do stories. Like I said, I took time off just to get my mind right and hang out with family for the week. You ever run into Be Brazy? No, I never ran into Be Brazy. What was the 60s biggest rivalry? IFG or A-Trey? A-Trey gangs. Kev, so why you think that the old vendettas and beefs has petered out because banging is morphed somewhat? I think I think I think a lot of the actual gang banging, I'm talking about getting up, going to fight, getting up, going to shoot, put in work. I think that kind of played out a little bit. It's a little different now. It's kind of more internet beefs, more social media posting so you can see where your target is and go get them. I think, I think with the alliances rearranging a little bit, you only concentrate on your worst enemies now, not necessarily those cold wars. And I think a lot of older guys that grew up, a lot of different generations and done prison time with each other. A lot of hustle connections in the streets. I think a lot of that helped deaden some of the older wars. And I think like in my era, and a little bit older and a little bit younger, or maybe, a little bit older, probably. I'm gonna say 5 years older than me, to probably about 5 years, 4 years younger than me. The beast was real serious, and so guys had to know who the enemy was. Guys knew where the enemies lived. They knew where the turfs was. They knew what colors people wore. They knew the names. Nowadays, I don't think a lot of these youngsters don't know a lot of people. I think they just know a couple of names and where a couple of hoods at. And I'm gonna be honest, man, I done had some phone calls, not recently, but not too long ago, where people call and be like, whose hood is such and such? Who's over here is such and such? And I gotta tell them. I gotta tell them because they don't know. We knew. I mean, you gotta remember back in the 70s to the mid 80s, maybe late 80s, but mid 80s, 70s, graffiti stayed on the wall. They didn't have these graffiti laws where owners and property owners had to get this graffiti off their wall in a certain amount of time. And they didn't have these crews that go around painting people's walls for free, these nonprofits. So graffiti stayed on walls forever. So you could always read a wall and see what turf you was in. Now with clean walls, you don't have that help to see what hood you in. You might be in Hollywood and you might be in Ducky Hood and don't even know whose hood you in. You might be in 6th Hood, 7th Street Watts, and you just don't know. Back Street, Front Street, you don't know who hood you in because you can't read the shit on the wall. But back then, come on, man. And then when the city was more black, when we had a large population in the city, you was gonna know what hood you was in, because when you hit that corner, somebody was gonna hit you up. Remember that old tape I got in '88 going through the BSVs? You see how them niggas was like, BSV blood. Yeah, that's how LA was back then. That's 88. Imagine in 86. That's how LA was. Niggas was gonna hit you up when you hit that corner. Do you know in LA back in the day that you can tell when somebody didn't belong in your hood by the car, by their look, by their demeanor. Like you look like a foreigner coming into our hood or we going into your hood. Y'all can look at us and tell we don't belong there. Nowadays, it ain't really like that. Nowadays, somebody pull up on you, you think they come to get some Theas, some lean. You know what I'm saying? You think it might be your cousin. You feel me? Shit done changed, man, for real though. Yeah, the writing on the wall let you know where you was at back then. Cuz who was the hardest faction of the 60s? Fronts, backs, overheels, Arlington boys, Crenshaw. Well, instead of me answering that question, let me tell you how to fix your question. The back and the overheels is the same thing, same geographical area. Crenshaw, same thing. The whole hood always claimed Crenshaw. Crenshaw separates the avenues from the back to hill. Arlington boys, I don't know about no Arlington boys, but the Arlington is in the front when you south of the tracks. Arlington north of the tracks, you talking about the Arlington Hustlers. I can't answer who was the hardest, man. 60s is 60s. Would you interview G-Half from NA? I don't know what G-Half is. The game has changed, Kevmac. Yeah. They instantly yell, what that bloodstone feeling like blood? I don't even remember how they threw it up. How they throw it up? That bloodstone feeling like blood? What if that was Swanee Fly? What if that was Crow and Swanee Fly in 1988 hitting me? And they was red. That's why I always gave the BSV props. No matter what they surround the enemy say, no matter what some knucklehead on the west side may say, them motherfucking 5.652 BSVs, they used to be flamed the fuck up back then. And I'm not talking about 88. We seen what they look like in 88. I'm talking 79, 80, nigga. When the wars in the low bottoms was hot, when it was Crip versus Blood in the low bottom east side, when Central was a street you didn't want to get caught on, when the fire trays came all the way down to Central, and the 4 trays and 5 trays was tight. Yeah. They used to be flamed up way back then, and they had some of the best graffiti I ever seen from a black gang in LA back then. They used to hit up big like the essays, like nigga, how did Blood get way up there? Like Blood had to have a step ladder. Blood had to have like 3 or 4 niggas with armed watching him while he hit up. Like they used to hit up big. I wish I had pictures of that shit. Them BSVs, and they block it up too. Oh man, for real though. Like I'm gonna say between 54th and Slauson. I'm not gonna necessarily give them down in the 50s on Central, but like 54th to Slauson, yeah. Like you didn't really want to catch the bus right there if you was a Crip and you had your hanky or you had your blue strings like that. That was kind of tough right there. You better hope some 5'9" East Coasters out there that day. What was your most wanted ride in the 80s? My most wanted ride? I think I had it. Oh, in the 80s? Maybe a 61 Chevy, maybe 59 Chevy, maybe. Pedro in the house enjoying the content. That's what's up, man. Block letters and old English letters are the best when it comes to hit up on the wall. Well, you know, back in the day, the essays was the only ones hitting up in old English. Essays had old English tight. 6'6" Caprice look. Nah, that's some East Side shit. You from the East Side, right? You from Watts, Compton, Low Bottoms. Crazy graffiti days. Yeah, man. I mean, people don't know, bro. Kev, have you ever went to a hood to go get their history and they end up tripping on you? Nah, nah, I haven't experienced that. Let's hope I never experience nothing like that, right? What did you think the first time you read Monsters Cody book? I thought he was lying like a motherfucker. I thought Monster was making some shit up and giving some fake names and shit when I first read his book. I made a few phone calls and they all was telling me Monster lying and all that old shit. So shit. I don't think that no more though. I mean, he might have lied. He might have lied once or twice. But everything he said in that book wasn't no damn lie, nigga. Plus, I'm gonna share something with y'all. Gangbangers Life Coach, what up? Like neighborhoods say, "What up, hood?" What do I say to a Raymond? What up, Ray? What up, Rays? Rays and Nays? OG Q tells some great stories, big asset to. I agree. I absolutely agree. That's why when one of the homies called me and said that somebody told him that he don't watch Mac videos because I ain't gonna have nobody on here but cutes. Nigga, you missing the best part of Mac video. Like, why would you not want cutes on here? Cutes done dispelled so many people that oppose his position within the Crips of Los Angeles. I say it all the time. Remember, Cuse wasn't on the East Side. Cuse can't talk about East Side history. Cuse can't go way back. I agree, he can't go way back though to the '60s. I would agree with that. Cuse, Cuse can't speak on Jamel. Cuse hung out with Jamel. Jamel hung out with his brother. Jamel knew his mom. They knew Jamel's people. Cuse must have been on PC. Nigga, Cuse was the last nigga on a PC yard. What? Cuse to knock down some of the best to ever do it in prison. Nigga, what? Like y'all just came crazy. Cuse ain't mentioning Tookie's book. Cuse ain't mentioning Monster's book. Y'all came with the craziest shit. Instead of saying, oh, who is this guy? Kevmac got him on. He must be somebody. Like y'all took the wrong approach. Now Cutes is like everybody's favorite uncle. Now Cutes is one of the most credible. Now Cutes is the best historian to come on Mac video. Man, just give it some time, man. Trust the process. I've been telling y'all that for years. Just trust the process, man. I had a goal in mind. I tell y'all all the time, I know who most all the factors are. I ain't talking about nobodies. I ain't talking about just the pick of the litter from a hood because he did a rap album, or a pick of the litter because this nigga said he banged, or because I seen this nigga in the county jail turning down a fade, or because I read this nigga's paperwork when he was telling on somebody. No, I'm talking about dudes that we heard or knew were factors from other hoods, right? Like I didn't know Too Pretty Kenny. Frog is the one said he was a factor. I didn't know Bam. My homies, well, Mel hooked me up with Bam, but my homie said Bam was a factor. Rebo. I knew Rebo was a factor because I messed with a girl. I actually messed with two girls in the Wilmington Arms, Park Village. They told me about Rebo. All the homies know Rebo. Who else? I mean, I know where I grew up. Now, I didn't grow up in Atlantic Drive. I didn't grow up in South Side of Kelly Park. I didn't grow up in Track New. I didn't grow up in Santana or Palm and Oak or Linwood neighborhood. Where I grew up, I know who the homies talked about. I knew who we didn't want to run across. I knew who you go talk to if you had an issue with a hood. Not everybody. I'm just saying for the most part. What up? Man, I'm on live, girl. Why you ain't on live with us? Are you on live? I'm on live, fool. You on live? Yeah, where you at? What you got on? I got on clothes. I'm on my way outside. Yeah, man, you don't. We're back to go down the strip. Oh, all right. Well, all right. But I'm about to hop on for a minute before. Yeah. Hop on. I might. Oh, it's too late for me. I don't come out at midnight. Hoes come out at night. The hoes come out at night. Man, we done been. Man, it was linked up all day. It was linked up. So how niggas so they everybody like that. Was the whole Bay Area up in this building is bang bang night again. I told them we was going into overtime and it was over. Yeah, y'all did that. Come on, Big Devil said, come on. Shook it up. So I just woke my long neck ass up. Get your ass up and come on live. Come on live. So I'm about to hop on one. All right. Kev, you definitely got to interview G-Have. I don't know G-Have. I never heard of G-Have. I can't interview somebody I don't know, never heard of. Man, cute's good. Absolutely, man. I mean, I think most people know that now. I think anybody that don't know it hasn't gave an ear for history or just hating. But definitely, if you into history, I mean, Cuse is that guy. He can give you prison history. He can give you prison wars. He can give you street history. He can tell you about damn near every East Side original Crip. He can tell you about some Compton Crips. Man, he can tell you about the ABs, some of the factors from AB. He did time with Joe Morgan, Mexican Mafia, and several other Mexican Mafias. Dudes that ended up dropping out, some of the hardest hitters from different sets, from different races, different yards. I mean, come on, man. That's what we looking for. Cuse needs to write a book. Yeah, Cuse supposed to been and wrote this book for sure. Just glad Carr is gone. Okay. Niners was supposed to wax my Raiders. It's supposed to. What got you on? What got you on? Cute's a hood encyclopedia. He's definitely a Crip encyclopedia. Oh, he's a hook. When I tell Cutes he's a buster, he's a hook, Cutes always hit me with, yeah, he's a mark. Don't forget Mark go up in there too. Cutes and his brothers Mouse and Rusty were there from the beginning, so how can anybody discount their game? I don't know, man. I don't know how. I have no idea. Well, they were at the beginning of the West Side, not the East Side, but yeah, man. I mean, you right, bro. You right. Bloods, Inglewood Bloods, know him. All the West Side Crips know him from basically from the Harlems to the hundreds. Definitely was factors in this Crip stuff. I'm not saying like they put it down for Crip like that, but what I am saying is they were known and loved and actually envied, looked up to. Like from the Crip standpoint, like some of my reputable homies, my original reputable homies, they looked up to Cutes. They had a love for Cutes. And it's funny because, like, you talk to a lot of other people. You talk to some people off the East Side. You talk to some Bloods, even some 60s. And they know Mouse. Mouse is the one they know. But you talk to the actual gang members, the dudes that really gang bang that was about that business, they know Cutes. So it's funny because these two dudes are brothers and ran together and loved each other and had fights, fighting other people together and lived in the same house. You would think everybody would know both of them, but some only knew Mouse and some only knew Cutes, right? That's the funny part. But from all that I learned, don't get me wrong, from what I learned, Cutes was the next coming of Barefoot Pookie when it came to putting in work, squabbling, showing up at parties, turning parties out, that type of stuff. Man, look, I don't know who the biggest Crip set was, man. You can Google it. And the reason why I say that, I once made a statement on that New York ass channel, that old bullshit ass channel in New York. And they went and got a blood dude from Watts and put him on right after me, and he disputed what I was saying. So I don't even care to speak on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Let somebody else do that shit, or go look that video up. And you know, because dudes ain't gonna always agree with what I say, and I don't want to hide my truth. But when I present my truth, people get uptight. Like everybody, like just stop for a minute. I told my homie from Southside this. I ain't gonna say his name, but if you look at all these dudes on YouTube, right, that try to really put it down for this gang genre, they try to really jump into the history of this shit, that start them a YouTube channel. Look at the common link. Look at the common link. And I could say some names because I'm not saying nothing bad about anybody. Melly Mel, he's older than me. Frog, he's older than me. OG Bam, he's older than me. Cartoon, he's older than me. You see where I'm going with this? Skip Townsend, he's older than me. You see where I'm going with it, right? All these dudes are older than me. So it gives me the persona when they start talking about history and making these stories out to be factual, or they did this first, or they knew this first. It kind of seemed like they're trying to trump me based on age, right? Like, and I love it. The only thing that bothers me is when they try to change something we already laid down. Like, I've been and laid down 6 years ago and continuously laid down that Raymond Washington is the sole founder of the Crips. It all comes from Raymond Washington. But everybody keep just trying to make another part of the East Side, another section of the East Side, another Crip founder. Now all of a sudden Raymond can't fight. Like, okay, besides Bobby Lavender, who do y'all know? Like these fights with Raymond Washington, when y'all wasn't talking about this shit when Raymond was alive, y'all wasn't talking about this shit when you was in prison in the 80s. Now 2022 on YouTube, now Raymond Washington couldn't fight. Raymond Washington was steady getting beat up by everybody. Wino beat Raymond Washington up. He got ran out of Venice. He got ran out. You know, like, come on, man. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. For real, don't do that. Don't even do that. But it's got, like I said, it's funny to me, but I don't like when they try to change what I done already laid down. Like, I didn't just come out and just say this shit. We didn't already, going back to the magazine, we didn't already interview people on this. We didn't already dug up documents in newspapers. A lot of dudes we talk to ain't even living no more, so y'all can't go get no information from them. So it's almost like a disrespect to the research me and Baby S-Mac did. It's almost disrespect to all the work that we didn't put in. I mean, I get it. You wanna dispute what we came up with. I get that. But at what point do you understand you can't dispute the shit we done already laid out? Like, at some point you got to say, okay, this is the blueprint. Let's just go off this. Let's expand on this. Let's get some more perspectives instead of trying to really push a perspective of your own on other people. Like that shit don't work with me, nigga. Like y'all don't even seen me correct cutes or call cutes out on a couple of things, small things, but I'll do that shit. I'll call out Jimmy Lavin. I'll do that shit from time to time. Baby S Mac gonna quiz your motherfucking ass like a crossword puzzle. You feel me? So it's like a disrespect to all the work we done put in, all the research, all the going from home to home. A lot of you guys was in prison when we was doing this shit. A lot of you guys was smoking crack when we was doing this shit. A lot of you guys ain't never even thought about history and putting it in its correct order. I give this to Cartoon. Cartoon ain't never pretended to be a history buff. Cartoon ain't never pretended to know everything about history. Cartoon ain't never sought out to find people that gonna disagree with what we done already put in. Cartoon already said he was just a straight gangbanger. He didn't want no money or nothing. He just wanted the gangbang. Cartoon would get G'd up and go in other hoods and don't even know what hood he is. Cartoon was a gang banger, right? Well, that's what I'm saying too. I understand everybody want to be the man. Like I said, I love it. I wish everybody best. I hope everybody do become the man. But I think and I hope I'm wrong, but I think there's a pattern of age, where age trumps kids. Even when they was talking about cutes, they come at me. They didn't come at cutes. Again, the age factor. All these dudes from the east side, all these dudes from, I'm not even going to just say the east side, different parts of LA too, come at me about cutes. No, 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 no. If my older homies is telling me about cutes, I'm going to believe my older homies before I'm going to believe you. If I done talked to several of my G homies and they all said the same thing about cute, I'm going to believe them before I believe some nigga that didn't even know who Cute's Mouse and Rusty was. At that point, I'm looking at you strange. Like, who are you and what was you? And you didn't know about the Magnificent Seven. I knew about the Magnificent Seven when I was a kid. I mean, for obvious reasons. But I've been knowing about Magnificent Seven because Pops, that was one of the gangs that my Pops knew about. And then, like I always say, my brother's friend's brother. So I knew about the Magnificent Seven. I didn't know a whole lot about them, but that them three names is synonymous. Mouse, Cutes, and Rusty. Them names are synonymous. Same names they've been talking about since the 70s. E40 out here in Vegas, that's what's up. As long as Shaniqua out here, that's all I need to hear. Like, shit, where your brother at? Well, tell your brother you got to take a break. I'm from Watts, and Cutes is the truth. Right, yeah. Baby S Mac, hardest strike to me. Okay, we talking about strikes now. What's the update on Motor Mouth's book? I don't know, but you know what? I want to ask Motor Mouth. I thought about this yesterday. I thought about writing Motor Mouth. See how you're doing, first of all. More importantly, well, not more importantly, but just as important to me, for selfish reasons, I want to ask Mouse if he can write some things down for me that I could talk about in his career. So I could give a profile on Motor Mouth, kind of somewhat a biography for the author to his book. I think that would be fly because a lot of people want to know more about Motor Mouth. And I wouldn't want to misrepresent a living human being, especially the homie. But that would be the shit if Cuz would grant me that, right? I'm buying Two Pretty Kenny's book tomorrow. So I just want to go back to what you said earlier, Baby S Mac, before serious interrogation. I'm from the post office, so I gotta go, love. All right, bro. Take it easy. To me, you blaze the trail for this history shit. Street TV comes close. You know, I mean, you always got to give it to street TV. But I think there's a huge difference. I think we spoke about this recently, Sir Uncle Buck. If Crystal show her beautiful face in 2023, I'm going to send $100. Crystal, can you do that for me one time? Like, even if you just put a bunch of makeup on so we don't recognize you, I could use that 100 from Sir Uncle Buck. So what I was going to say about me and Baby S Mac versus street TV, and not in a competition, like not in a put down way, but in my honest opinion, street TV covered basically like a term paper for his degree at USC. He dug into stuff from textbooks, City of Quartz, my guy that we interviewed, the school teacher, South Central. He dug into those textbooks and probably some old organic, what's the word I'm looking for? Just or history. I mean, newspapers is just right there out in your face in public. So he did a very general history for his term paper, his research, in my opinion. Donald Bakir, thank you, absolutely. I feel like he done this to get his bachelor's degree, impress the professor, passed his course with flying colors, and he did a great job. Very precise, well thought out, well written. It was great. Like, there's nothing bad you could say about it. He did that. Me, on the other hand, our information comes straight from the source a lot of times. I could talk to Cuse now, which I couldn't before. I could always talk to Bonnie, Tookie's wife, right? I could talk to Tony Stacy, who I couldn't before. I could talk to AC for a while. I could talk to Little Caesar for a while. I could talk to Lady Little Country, not as long as the fellas, but I could talk to Lady Little Country. You see, we had Killer Wayne from Santana in the archives, Philip McCain. Just so many people. Mike Concepcion, Barefoot Pookie, Russell Capers from Harlem. And so I feel like our information, if you see where I'm going with it, if you didn't already understand, our information is coming from the street. Our information is coming from the participants, not a school teacher, not a school professor, not a white guy from the LA Times, right? Ours is coming from them dudes, Babyface, Snoop Dogg, Big Rick, Mumpy, Skull from A-Tray Gangster, Monster Cody. You feel me? You see where I'm going with this? So I feel like we presented a whole different twist to what Street TV had. Yeah, Street TV interviewed some dudes with some good knowledge and stuff. Street TV focused more on younger guys. Remember, his title was Street Gangs. So he was grabbing gang members from different gangs. They wasn't telling us when they hood started or who started their hood. They was telling us about their rap CD or how there's 60s in the industry and they'll probably have to fight and stuff like that. Right? Am I right or wrong? So there's a difference, although I respect everybody to think we're just alike. So wait, Gangsta Boo Pass? Yeah. Gangsta Boo Pass, yeah. He did give you your first YouTube show. I mean, if you want to call it that, that's cool. I mean, I'm not taking that away from you. We didn't talk about who started 60s. The same applies. We talked about Ice-T, right? We talked about the magazine, right? So you still saying what I'm saying. Yeah, Fred Hill was Big Snoop Dogg. And this, in a nutshell, Street TV told the stories. We let the legends tell the stories. Q told those little dudes, come on, man, you can't shoot Michael Jordan. Q saved a lot of people, man. Q's had a lot of people's back. Q was very loyal. Michael Jordan, from what I'm hearing, was very loyal when it came to the gangbang aspect. People actually despise Michael Jordan because he was friendly with Crips. They despise Michael Jordan because he left the gang to get money. They despise Michael Jordan because he rode around in Rolls Royces. Our people were so messed up, homie. Our people are messed up. But I don't know. A few people had problems with him not naming all the founders of V&G, which I understand, but not really. I always go back to Michael Duro. All you got to do is step in, fill in the blanks. All you got to do is say, well, look, Michael Jordan missed this name and this incident. He had this year wrong or something like that, this school wrong. Just fill in the blanks. We ain't got to hate on nobody. We ain't got to be mad at nobody. The object is to get the history, right? But now we got everybody else getting the history, so I ain't got to worry about driving to California and getting no motels, hotels, no Holiday Inns, gas, new tires, rent a car, none of that shit. Fill in. That's what. See, that go back to somebody said everybody want to be the man. You don't have to be the man, homie. Just step up and fill in the blanks, and we all will be part of the big picture. You don't have to outdo me. You don't have to try to shit on me. Step in, fill in the blanks, and we all will be happy because we all will be agreeing with each other. We all will be in agreement together and working together, not against. Let's talk about something else because I feel like I'm sitting here teaching and preaching, and that ain't what I'm trying to do. Matt, you should get a KM Crenshaw Centennial Exeter High School baseball jersey number 60. That would be cool. I've thought about, you know what? I actually try to get a Crenshaw baseball cap and jersey when my nephew was at Crenshaw High. I don't remember what year, but way before we knew of a Nipsey. And it didn't happen. So when they came out with Crenshaw, I was like, cool, because then I was able to buy a Crenshaw t-shirt. I never did get the Crenshaw hat. But it was like, damn, I thought of this idea. But Nipsey and, the people around him, they actually put it into play. So I thought that was unique. I just feel like, damn, I wanted to get them Crenshaw hats and Crenshaw shit pop. And never did it. Never even made an attempt other than asking my nephew if he could find a way to buy me a hat and a jersey or get it for me and I'll buy it from him. Mac, you ever hit that bowling alley by Devil's Dip? I want to say no, but I hit the motel by Devil's Dip. If it's so treacherous over there, then how are you a VNG and then go lay your head in the 60s? Wait a minute. Are you trying to say it's not treacherous in the 60s? Is that what you're trying to say? Or are you trying to say so treacherous in VNG hood and then go to the 60s? Because Michael Jordan wasn't even gangbanging when the 60s came into play. When the 60s, Michael Jordan didn't even know Snoop Dogg, or if he did know, he held back, was the 60s. Michael Jordan was able to get along with all the dudes that became 60s because they wasn't 60s yet. They grew up as friends, acquaintances, and friends, homeboys. Michael left when the 60s took into effect. Kev Mac, did you go to Horseman? No, I went to Western, bro. Yeah, where's that company at? Because I would love to bang the Daryl Strawberry jersey, man. What? And have Strawberry sign that shit for me. The name of the game is revenge, so you don't look weak. Now you got a license. That's what y'all want. That's what y'all like. That's why I don't understand why fools get on YouTube and beef with their ally. Like this, it ain't just a couple of black people watching this shit. We got white boys like you, beach balls, to tune in. I'm sure you got the law tuning in. And we going at each other like we can't get along nowhere. We can't even get along on YouTube. We can't even get along with a dude 12, 15, 1,800 miles away from us over a damn YouTube channel. And we supposed to be buddies. Like we done went to our hoods done went to war with each other on side by side, then took up for each other, coexisted, coincided. YouTube is a crazy place. All bullshit aside, it's a crazy place. And we just gotta grow up and be men, man, at some point. We need Baby S Mac, true story. I don't think Baby S Mac gonna do that. Baby S Mac ain't that type of guy, man. Baby S Mac got a family and a wife to take care of, and he's a different type of guy, man. Like he's not in no competition with me. He helps me in every way possible. He pushes me to do better. He pushes me to do more. He pushes me to stay on track. Baby S Mac likes to be the man in the back. Kev, did you create the street maps on gangs? No, Baby S Mac does that. See what I'm saying? Baby S Mac does a lot of things behind the scenes. Baby S Mac makes those maps, man. And like I said, from his point of view, he's helping me, he's pushing me. From my point of view, I can't do everything. It would take me forever to put out a video if I did everything. So if he's going to help me do some research, if he's going to help me create maps, that's what I need to make this engine run smoothly. I need that. The maps are dope. Yeah, he makes some good maps. Is Baby Cat still around? Herb Dog rap about him a lot and sing. Baby Cat is still in prison. He got 3 strikes for bank robbery. Shit, he got a lot of violence on his record, gun violence before the bank robbery. So he struck out. And the way California is going right now, he'll probably be out soon. Probably won't be long before Baby Cat get out. Do you think it's harder to get your grown man on while staying in the same hood? Hell no. Grown man gonna get his grown man on regardless. Oh yeah, that's what's up, man. Kid, when you gonna do the founders of Overhill's Dime Block art? Oh shit. That's a funny question, man. I don't know if I'm ever do that. I mean, what you want to know about Overhill, man? I was there. What you want to know? I know you probably answered this, but it's, oh my God. Yeah, I answered that. Dale Strawberry went to Crenshaw High School, my brother. Yeah, he talking about May May. Yep. You should put those maps on shirts and sell them. I've been looking for one for years. It's a pretty good idea. Kev, do you think you could? I do think I could pull off one with Big Ghost. Why it's never happened, I have no idea. It was supposed to happen shit over a year ago. Actually, I was supposed to interview Ghost before he caught the case. You know, I used to go hang with Ghost every day right before he caught that case. Ghost was staying on Slauson, and I was hanging on Slauson. So I would go to where Ghost lived at. Ghost would be punching on the punching bag, doing his sit-ups, riding his bike through the hood, sparring, all of that. I used to be hanging with Ghost, talking, you know what I'm saying, just kicking it. And I asked him for an interview. He was like, yeah, cuz, I'll do it, cuz. My shy ass just never wanted to pull the camera out. Would see him every day and never pull the camera out because you never think this guy is going to catch a case that's going to send him to prison for a lot of years, right? For decades. So I just never pulled the camera out and interviewed. The whole time I was just getting information. He was telling me about the whole Long Beach beef, the beef with the Hoovers. So I'm gaining information, like I'm interviewing him without the camera, not for no article or the history, but just me talking to the homie, getting info, and never pulled the damn camera. I regret that shit. KM stories are great because you can relate to aspects of life like from 30 years ago, Rob. I got plenty of dope ideas you could try, but the game is so, homie. Check this out. One thing about me, I won't buy your game. Not that your game ain't A plus, not that your game ain't tight, but the fact that I got so many dope ideas that I don't need nobody else's dope ideas. That's why I said this YouTube shit will work for me. I came into YouTube saying that I have so many different angles. I got plenty of ideas that I could never run out of content. Because remember, people were saying, what you gonna do when you run out of content? What you gonna do when you can't interview anybody? I'm like, man, I got so many different ways to keep content coming. That's not a concern of mine. Remember when that cop was hating on me? What you gonna do when the interviews run out? Nigga, this ain't cops. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for? Nigga, I got different ideas. Just because I rely on this for viewership and monetization don't mean this is all I can do. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it misconstrued. Like your boy ain't dumb. This goes back to the European Americans writing articles making Raymond Washington and gang members be uneducated and dumb. Like you're stereotyping me when you think that's all I could do is interview a guy about a gang, right? How tall the Space Ghost? It seemed like, you know what? I don't know, but I want to say, Ghost was probably, damn, I'm thinking of Ghost when he bent down and he sparring. Like, Ghost might have been 6 feet, 6'1" maybe. He's taller than my brother. So Ghost had to be about 6 feet, 6 feet, close to 6'1". You know what? I don't have no floss and swap me true story coming, but I did consider and actually already started the groundwork on doing a Just a segment on the Slauson swap meet, but not a true story, just a segment on it. Explaining all the different hoods around the swap meet, who you might run into at the swap meet, stuff like that. Reasons for going to the swap meet. I'm not particularly big on jail interviews, but there are a handful that I would love to do. Yeah, I would love to do a couple prison interviews. What's up, KP? What you laughing at, homie? Talk to me, bro. People will support a person they like, Kev. You could talk about taking your dog to the vet, and fans will support you. Good looking out. I appreciate the comment. My next true story is going to be about taking my dog out the house to piss and shit on a neighbor's fire hydrant. I'm joking. That's what they do nowadays. Like, we were so cool growing up. We were so cool that you just let the dog out. Like, you just open the gate or open the front door, let the dog run down the street. You didn't need no leash, no collar. I mean, you might put a dog tag on your dog, right, in case he get lost. You just let the dog go piss and shit itself. Like, y'all act like they in prison now. You house your dog in the apartment or house your dog in the house. Then you walk him out on a leash. It's like him being shackled up. You got him on a leash. He can't even fucking run. He's walking, pulling. You pulling on his neck and shit. The dog is out of breath from you choking him, from the leash choking him, from pulling back on him. Like, y'all might as well have your dog in. We throw the dog in the backyard. That nigga was going to sleep in his doghouse, whether it rains, snow, thunder, lightning. That nigga going to be outside in that doghouse. Now, if they think it's going to rain, let the dog in. Bring the dogs in. Dog can't be outside in the rain. What? Like, our dogs didn't have a problem being in the rain. You go get the dog out the rain, nigga, he get the shaking. Remember, dog shake the water off of it. And I hate you dog owners, and I don't use the word hate. I hate you dog owners that fucking walk your dogs and you let them shit on people's sidewalks, shit on people's grass, and you don't pick the shit up with a bag. What's the purpose of you walking the fucking dog? That was the purpose of us letting the dog out the backyard or out the front door so he can run down there, shit on somebody's grass, and come back. And we act like we don't know the dog went out to shit. We don't know the dog shit on your grass. Like, we hoping the dog was slick enough that the owners didn't get to see the dog shit. Because, you know, dogs shit and quiet, right? They don't make noise when they shit. They go shit and then they scratch the grass on the shit and take off running, right? Now I see the neighbors when they let their dog shit, either on my door camera or I straight out watch them. Excuse me, you forgot something. Times have really changed, man. You heard a dreamer from 60s? No, I ain't never heard a dreamer from 60s. Well, Kev, they have ring cameras now. That's what I'm saying. So pick your dog shit up. I should go live one day and catch somebody letting their dog shit and just put them on blast on live. Guess who they going to be mad at? They going to be mad at me. They ain't going to be mad at themselves. They going to be mad at me. Oh, I'm sorry, Uncle Buck. Hey, yo, everybody smoky back there taking up. That's true. A good personality, keep your fan base loyal. I'm not going to give out my secret. I gave it to Bam, but I'm not going to give it to everybody. My man said you got to sell the game, right? I get a game away free. All you got to do is be cool with me. I invite everybody to come get the game from me instead of hating on me behind my back. Don't be mad because I don't like you. I don't fuck with you. Just get at me in a respectful manner, nigga. I'm going to respond respectfully. It's that simple, man. It's just good mannerism. That's all it is. It's just respecting mannerism, right? Ha ha. Rudies and doobies. Let it loose. Yeah. Who won the Catwalk Crips War of their 60s? No, they became 60s. Oh, I got a 160-pound South African Mastiff. My dog doesn't go anywhere without it. Well, you got a big old dog. I mean, that's a little different. You know, I was talking about little pets, right? I don't know. I'm complaining that they don't pick it up. You telling me they do pick it up. I'm going to tell y'all a secret. I don't want my neighbors to hear me. I pour tobacco sauce and pepper in the rocks and in the bushes by my door. You think them dogs ever stop by my door anymore? Yeah. My man said, that ain't no dog. That's a small horse. His dog was, oh my goodness. So people let the dogs outside, then come hop on the couch or bed, and y'all was worried about COVID. Okay. For you in Vegas, you see how many people wearing masks right now? I just clowned the dude at 7-Eleven before I went live. Like, man, what the hell is going on that you got masks on, fool? Yeah, I know, but where I live, that's a little too obvious. If I put it in like a cup or something, it's too obvious. And they'll be complaining because this is a pet friendly community, right? I sold peppers and cheese olives at kids yesterday. Buck, go on, clown me, Buck. When you through, send me another super chat. Thanks for watching Kev Mac video. Oh, she trying to tell us it's time to go, y'all. Why we can't do 3 hours a night? Shit. I mean, man, we having fun, right? Yo, Kev, try some coffee. I've never tried that before. Coffee works on dogs? Oh, down here is good looking out. Yeah, cases are rising again for sure. I don't know why Shaniqua don't catch that shit. Last time I talked to her, she said, I got a cold. There ain't no cold. They don't have colds no more, nigga. Kind of cold you got to get in your cell phone? Because they don't have colds no more. They got COVID. And never spent 4,000 on it. What KP talking about? Oh, okay. I got you, KP. A mastiff can kill people easily. I hope a dog don't ever try to kill me. That'd be two deaths right there, the dog and his owner. Antifreeze, I ain't trying to kill the damn dog. You trying to get me, man, you trying to see me on the 10 o'clock news. Happy New Year's, Kid Mac. Can't wait to hear some more stories. Good looking out, Devin. Appreciate it. Oh, baby concept. What's up, girl? What's the deal, Pickle? Masters are so gentle. I mean, because like you're gonna raise a mastiff nice. You're gonna come here, boy. Come here, baby. You're gonna come see mommy. You're gonna call him your son, your daughter. You know that master's part of your family. So you're gonna see him gentle. Like black people, they see black people argue all the time. So they already got attitudes because they think you're supposed to have an attitude if they see the owners always arguing and shit, right? Owner talking about sick them, get them. You know, I ain't never heard a white person say sick them or get them, right? I ain't even that. Come on, man. I mean, we raise our dogs differently. So yeah, our masters might kill a human being. Your master's just gonna walk up to me and smell my nuts. Like that's so embarrassing. Like you just get some coochie and shit. You ain't went home and showered yet, and the dog walking up to you smelling your dingaling. Like damn, nigga, I ain't dirty, nigga. I just got off some coochie, nigga. I'm finna go take a shower. Like, don't you hate that shit? That shit's so embarrassing. Pepper spray, yeah, that'll work. Shotty Mac, good looking out, bro. Shotty Mac, good looking out. I don't think I've ever met an aggressive master. Really? I have one. I told you, he's my second one. I see. My first master died in the fire. Oh wow, sorry to hear that. I hate for any animal to die in the fire, right? Ricardo, been watching your channel for a few years now. The history you bring together is irreplaceable. Coming from a square that grew up in a good looking out, Ricardo. I appreciate your support and your comment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm trying to tell you, man. But see, I was I was much nicer than that. Like you're not getting a 2 foot chain or a 6 foot chain. I'm gonna give your ass an 18 foot or 20 foot chain. Like you gotta have enough room that if you stupid enough to jump the neighbor's gate and hang yourself, that's on you, bro. But I'm trying to give you enough room that you can still watch the yard, right? Like I need you to be able to at least protect the back door and the back of the house. So you're gonna get a 20 foot chain messing with me. You ain't getting no 2 foot chain. But don't jump that big tall back gate we got because you're not gonna make it. When I come home, you're gonna be hanging and shit. You're gonna be on your last breath. I'm gonna save you just in time. I heard them big dogs like massive don't live long. Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard the exact same thing. But I don't know. I got a niece. Oh no, it's too late. I can't call it. My niece dog cane corso. That girl dog she got, that dog been living a long time and shit. I'm like, that motherfucker don't want to die. Like that nigga scared of death. It's a girl too. Like she didn't probably had so many damn litters in her lifetime. Oh, Beach Boss, you ready to come on and run everybody off? That's an Italian Mastiff, Kev. I never knew that. I think I think my niece's cane corsos. Matter of fact, that's that coach I was talking about. What's coach's name? Coach Corso? Y'all know what I'm talking about. College football. My daddy had a K9 service in San Francisco. Man, I heard the hell out of that. I was gonna tell you what my daddy had, but he had so many women. I don't even care what else he had. Lee Corso, there we go. Lee Corso. I knew when I said Kane Corso, I started thinking about Corso, the football announcer. Right, right, right. My dog was scared last night from the firework. All right. So you had your dog outside, at least I hope. I'll never forget. I told this girl one time, I said, hey, why don't you send me a flick? Send me a nude flick. She said, all right. She sent me a nude flick in the bed. She had mirrors all over her roof and shit, mirrors on the wall. I'm like, yeah, she freaky. I like that shit. Why she had two pit bulls and a bull mastiff in the bed with her though? Like, damn, they sleeping in my spot. Like, that's crazy. Like, I hope you're gonna vacuum the dog. Matter of fact, let's go get a hotel room. Diamond head rats are cool. I don't know about that one. I never heard of that one. Diamond head rats are cool too, but rare. Get 200 pounds. Mine's too, but my dog been shot before, so he hates anything. Yep. Wait. No wonder why that motherfucker ain't aggressive. That motherfucker scared of getting shot. That motherfucker sound like he been on Central Avenue and Century or some shit. That nigga sound like he been in LA gang war. What's your dog doing being shot? Hell no, he ain't gonna be aggressive after getting shot. And you probably rubbed him the whole time after he got shot till he got back well. Nigga, that dog love you. That dog ain't gonna stay away from your ass. Man, her dog is a G. PTSD. What set your dog from? We got shot on this. He got shot on this set. Man. Shell shock like a Vietnam vet. Damn. Her dog, I guess her dog ain't going down no dark alleys at night. That's hilarious, yo. Let me see. We're approaching 3 hours. I guess I'll stay on 15 more minutes, right? Go get me a Nestle Crunch, some Ruffles, and an orange soda tonight. Her dog walk with a limp. Gotta be a crip. He got to be a crip. Or was he bleeding so he's a blood? Which is it? The nigga might be a blood because he was bleeding, but then he walked with a limp. He gotta be a crip. Oh no, we had a dog get killed. We had a dog. We had two German Shepherds. Maybe one day I'll show y'all some pictures. We had two German Shepherds. They used to say one was a wolf, one was mixed with wolf. I was a little kid, so I don't know if it was a joke or not. And remember what I said? We let our dogs run out like big dogs. They could go shit and piss on their own. The dogs was out down the street. And remember the Bromley dude I fought? And the Bromley twins, the brothers? My family accused them of shooting one of our shepherds with a pellet gun. And he died from the poison from the pellet gun. So we blame them because who else on the street gonna shoot a dog? They was the only thugs on the block, right? But we blame them, and the dog died, and our family was sad and sick about it. But I was a little kid back then. Man, the way these kids are putting earrings in their little kids, they newborn babies, like my grandson. I'm surprised people ain't putting earrings in their dogs. Like I'm very surprised I ain't seen like no German Shepherd with three earrings in one ear or some shit. Clean entrance wound and clean exit wound. I wasn't there obviously, but apparently he ran and hid in the mountains for a couple. Holy shit! Where you live at in a cave? Where the hell you at in the back of Pelican Bay somewhere? They filmed start getting babies tatted up. Yeah. You know what? I thought that was gonna happen some years ago, so I'm surprised I'm not seeing that yet. Baby Concept KP said he's sorry about your dog. Yeah, I'm sorry too. I'm sorry too. Northern California. Let's see. Damn, I had a dog that got shot, but the dog died. That's what I'm saying. Our dog died too. He got shot with a pellet gun. Pellet. Not the face tats on little baby. They probably gonna start with the teardrop, probably. Or how about that little cross on the forehead shit? Oh, not your dog. Oh, that's so sweet. Baby concept, you so sweet. Crystal had a pet. No, that's a camel toe on me. That ain't a camel. That's a camel toe. Crystal, this man said you had a camel. You had a camel with no hump in the back. You had a knockoff camel. My man said, don't give Kim Kardashian no idea. Not the moose knuckle. Yeah, she probably had a camel cigarette on her patio. This nigga Brian Harris is clowning. Hey man, you can't talk to my moderators like that, man. Moderators would time your ass out. Black Warrior Spirit in the building. Danny Hernandez, what's up? Hey man, this was the funnest 3 hours I ever did on YouTube by myself. I wish I could have sex with myself for 3 hours. Shit, I don't never last that long. Nigga just get in bed. Wow. Good night. I'm out. Nigga don't even hear the rain outside. The cars are passing by. Nothing. Oh, why some bras flex a camera in public? They do that shit on purpose. You ever watch some girls on Instagram and it's spare no race? They get on Instagram and they get in front of the mirror and they pull their pants all the way up. Like, when did women start wearing their pants above their navel? Like, girl, your pants don't need to be that high. They pull it all the way up. I mean, you can see all the imprint. Nigga, I could count how many hairs they didn't shave off. I'll be like, damn. Sometimes they look like they still got a dildo up in them or something. I'll be like, damn, she didn't even clean that mug out before she put them pants on. Straight wedge. And you know some of them ain't really that fat. They putting something up in there. I be wanting to grab it with my. I be wanting to do the Donald Trump, just grab them by. You know, it's like, well, let me see what that is. Let me see what that is. Should look like a pinto up in there. Look like a size 15 by 8 rim or something. It's over quick, Kev. Tell the truth. You thought it was an hour though. Man, I mean for real though. I can see the last time she bust her teeth bar in. Man, 3 hours night night. Cause yeah, I'm about to go to sleep, low. I might not go to sleep. I gotta go to 7-Eleven again, man. This nigga crazy. I was said Miss Yeasty is what they call it. Not Miss Yeasty. I don't never see no spots or nothing. She ain't too yeasty. That's what I'm telling you. I think that'd be a sock or something. I think y'all be putting a maxi pad up in there or something. Like, cause I don't see no juice coming out of there. And then y'all be quick to say you got that wet wet. You got that gushy gushy. You a damn lie. With your pants pulled all the way up like that, and I don't see no gush down there. I don't see nothing wet. That thing don't sweat. Cut it out. You got a maxi pad up in there. Tell the truth. Kotex. Orange crush. baking bread in her thumb, man, for real. Hey, Mac Kids and Maniacs, I had a great time with y'all. I know my neighbors is tired of hearing my mouth. I thank y'all for the cash apps and super chats. Appreciate y'all for sticking around so long to hear me run my mouth. Happy New Year to you all. I'm out. Peace.